Do you believe in unconditional love for yourself? As a child, I craved attention and approval. These surface desires were really covering up a deep longing for affection, love. And as I've journeyed on the path of self-discovery through practices like Qigong, what I realized is that the unconditional love from others is wonderful. But one of life's most important and challenging practices is being able to give that unconditional love to ourselves. Hi, I'm Kristen. Welcome to the See Your Wellbeing channel. I'm your energy wizard, inspiring and enabling you to sense, engage, and express more energy, joy, and perhaps self-love in your life with Qigong and self-care practices. In today's practice, we're going to explore how we can activate our potential for unconditional self-love through the power of Qigong. Let's go. To begin, we're going to tap on the body to release perhaps some toxic emotions that may be blocking your ability to sense and feel the love that resides inside of you. So we're going to take the hands and tap gently. The backs of the fingertips are towards one another in the center of the sternum. So we're going to tap and add a little breath with it. We'll inhale through the nose, and we're going to make the sound of the heart, which is H-A-A-A. This tapping, which you may have done before in something like EFT, came from Qigong, is helping to break up stagnant emotion that can look like tension in the heart. When the emotions can't flow, it looks like blocked, stagnant, old, dark energy. You might feel physical constriction. You just might feel you're holding on to, this emotion that you had when you were a child. For the moment, see if you can release just 5%, not 100% of your history, 5% of that negative energy. We're going to smooth out the Qi. Take the hands and just gently brush down the sternum. Smoothing it out. Calming down. And then bring the hands together. The thumbs pressing right into that spot you were just tapping. Take a moment with this gesture to gently bow your head. Breathe deep into the low belly, allowing your energy to move down, offering you a sense of safety and calm in this present moment. And as you do so, I want you to imagine that you're standing in front of a brilliant sunset. And that sunset invites in a gentle smile on your face. Nothing too creepy. It's an inner smile. Maybe a Mona Lisa smile. This practice of the inner smile is tremendously healing for the emotions. Allow that smile, that smiling energy to radiate through your entire being. Why not give it a try? You never know. Now let's light the heart up. We're going to turn on our heart light with a movement called Ignite Inner Fire. And if you happen to know what artist sings Turn On Your Heart Light and what movie it's from, link below. Add a little joy in your life listening to that song. One of my dad's favorite artists. So taking the feet a little bit wider, we're going to bring the palms together as they were, now just in front of the chest, and we'll begin to kind of turn the hands, this powerful point between the palms. We're activating it. And in that activation, we're going to bring some heat and warmth into the body. Notice that my elbows are starting to come a little bit higher. Oh yeah, maybe add a little bit of bend in here. And then to get a little stretch, we're going to come over to one side, gaze over the left shoulder, then dip down into this pool of love, over to the other side, and back and forth now. And you bend to the degree that you feel comfortable with, and turning your head to the degree that you feel comfortable with. Nothing in Qigong should hurt or harm the body. You just need to listen in a little bit deeper and honor what your body is telling you, what your energy is telling you. So igniting inner fire, aka turn on your heart light. Back and forth. Oh yeah. Pumping this healing energy through every part of you. This healing love elixir. Come back to center and pause for a moment, pressing the hands together. Notice what you feel. You might feel a little bit of heat in the palms of the hands, tingling in the fingers. Tis your heart light. Let's spread that heart light through us with a little movement in the heart space. We're going to inhale, open the arms, lift the chest to the sky, knees slightly bent. And then exhale, sink the chest, bring that healing energy into your heart. Inhale, open and share. So this is expanding and then contracting, drawing in. This exchange of energy. Exhale. Qigong is a dynamic process. And while we work towards harmony, and there might be some practice that works a little bit more for your being, we also want to recognize that there's a time to take in and a time to let go. We become skillful at doing that through our practice. And here we're going to take the arms out, press out, getting a little stretch through the heart line. Fingertips toward the sky. Draw the chin in a little bit, this little passive stretch for the neck. And we'll drop the chin towards the chest. And we'll just give a little bit of a kind of a half circle over to one ear, and then down to the center, over to the other. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Opening that line of tension between the neck and the shoulder, I should say those lines of tension. Many lines of tension run in that space. Oh yeah. And then release. Ooh. Electrified love. I've got a fun one for you here. Bring the feet in a little bit closer. Here we're going to knock on a specific acupressure point for the heart, the first one on the heart space. And guess where it is? Right in the armpit. So we're just going to tap here. Just a little gentle slap. The other arm is up. So this being the first point on the meridian line, it's great for helping the qi or energy flow throughout the rest of this line. And this is also known in Chinese medicine as the Prozac point. So if you're feeling a little blue, a little down, the joy light is off, here's a great one for you. Deodorant or not, get the qi flowing. And let's switch. Oh yeah. We want to feel vibrant, vital, and considering our self-love. So the energy needs to flow. That's what acupressure kind of tapping does on the body. Oof. You feel that? I know I do. Let's go into a couple of flows here for unconditional love. The first two flows that I want to share with you are actually a part of a longer sequence by a beautiful teacher named Li Feng, and I will link to his practice for unconditional love below because he unconditionally offers his practice for free, and just a little sampling of it with a little dose of something special at the end here. So the first movement in this practice is called boat rowing in a stream of air. You've practiced with me before. It looks a little bit like opening the flow, except we have a little bit more hip movement here. So we'll start with the hips. We're just going to glide the hips back. And then as you come forward, slight knee bend and up. So glide the hips back. Knees stay fairly straight here, and as you come forward, that's when the knees bend. And then we add the arms, like opening the flow. We're going to float the arms out, float, 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 continue reaching, and then fingertips flex just a little bit as we draw the arms back in, knees bend as we come back in. Reach out, legs fairly straight, and release. So the mechanics are important. And at first your mind will go to the mechanics of the movement. And then we invite ourselves to let go. Overly focused on the structure. Just dip into the healing pool here. This invitation to love ourselves. Float. Rowing your love boat across the stream of air. And release. Float. This idea of continuing to extend through the hands. Heart points end in the hands. We pull that love inside. Nature's got it for us. Can we give it to ourselves? So there's our first movement in Unconditional Love Qigong. It actually comes from a Shenzhen meditation practice. It's really the foundation of his work, his meditation. And Qigong is considered moving meditation. All right, come back to center. Whoa. I'd just like to take a moment between these to sense and feel maybe even the smallest 5% awakening to this idea of unconditional self-love. Second movement is traveling eastward across the ocean. I love this one. We want to think, again, moving from our center and opening through the heart as we do this. So lower body first, as we did last time. You're going to shift your weight a little bit towards your right, turning your hips. Your left toes are going to come up off the earth. And then we'll sink, turning towards your left. Right toes come off the earth. Try not to twist the knee, staying fairly centered. Get a little twist from the waist, more so than from the knee. Now we'll add the arms. We're going to take the arms one palm face up, one palm face down, over to our left, And then come back down. Like there's some energy, pausing here for a moment, there's some energy between the hands, loving energy, and we come up over to the side. Hands are relaxed, allowing space for that energy to flow. Bending the knees, lifting the toe, turning towards your right, and back center. Soft. Relaxation is the principle of the Qigong flows. Subtle, smooth inhale, exhale through the nose. I completely respect Li Feng's work, but I kind of feel as though this movement gives us that essence of somewhere over the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. The invitation for self-love is met. Unconditional. Let's come back to center. Yes. Let's finish with a practice called the Lotus Flow. This is an opportunity for you to recognize that self-love then is, once it's unconditionally rooted in you, it just raises the vibration, the potential for what you're able to authentically give others. The Lotus Flow. We'll float the arms up overhead. Bring the thumb and the first finger together. We need to gaze up the first time. And then we're going to float the arms down right in front of your heart space. It's called Diamond Mudra. And here we give the love out, pressing forward, sinking the chest back. And then we're going to allow the hands to float down to the earth. And from the earth, we draw up healing energy into the heart. Backs of the hands turn towards one another. And there you have a lotus blossoming in your heart space. Let's repeat. Release the hands, reach up overhead. Diamond Mudra. Draw into the heart space. Press away. Release down. Draw up. Mechanics and breath. Now inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Press forward. Inhale. Exhale, release, and then in, up. Exhale. If the breathing at any point becomes confusing so that it blocks your self-love channel, let it go. Just keep it soft. Your body, your energy system rather, has an inherent wisdom. And that wisdom we're tuning into here is that channel of love. Oh, and it's got a sweet vibration. Compassion for yourself here. Tapping into the energy of the universe, the love that's around you, drawing it in and sharing it with others, pressing forward. And up. Inhale. This time, Diamond Mudra right in front of your heart space and hold. Close your eyes. And I want you to picture the person in your life that you unconditionally love. Just one person here. Just sense energetically what it feels like to offer that love outward. unconditionally. You give, and then we press forward, drawing up, you receive. Hold here in your lotus posture. 5% of what you give to someone else. Can you start there with yourself? 5%. 5% softening the armor around your heart. And a little glimpse of light begins to shine. Let's reach the arms up. Pull down. Pull down. This ray of unconditional love light. One more. Ooh, got a little owl loving himself out here. Draw down. Bring that into the belly. Step the feet together. Give yourself a couple of centering breaths. No matter how foreign the idea of unconditional self-love may feel to you at this point, each time you do a practice like this, even if it's just the breath or holding your hands at your heart, it starts to soften that space that's inside of you. That affection and love that you seek from others, you can give to yourself. May you enjoy the exploration as the owls do as well. If this is your first time joining me today, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. I've got a whole host of other practices that, for you, maybe going to the idea of self-love is a little too deep. You can stay on the surface for a while, but you can dip in every once in a while. And guess what? You can also do this practice with someone else, so share it if you will. And let me know what this idea of 5% of softening feels like to you. Thank you, and be well.